Your roadmap to the latest in auto. Welcome to Highway Herald. Early in 2025, President Donald Trump declared that America could thrive without foreign goods. No reliance on overseas partners. Bold words, but just months later, reality forced a reversal. A sweeping executive order now cuts tariffs and opens the gates to critical imports like metals, chemicals, and EV components. In this video, we uncover which goods are exempt, who benefits, and how it reshapes the auto industry. From Hardline to Handshake, the tariff U-turn. In a dramatic reversal, President Trump has abandoned his once ironclad tariff stance, signing an executive order that removes or reduces levies on more than 45 categories of critical imports. Just months earlier, he doubled down on promises that America could produce everything it needed at home, brushing off concerns about shortages. Yet industrial reality has a way of tearing through political slogans, and this order is the first public admission in Trump's second term that the U.S. cannot meet its own demand for essential resources. These aren't luxury items. We're talking about the lifeblood of modern industry. Automotive, aerospace, pharmaceuticals, and clean energy sectors all rely on imported metals and chemicals that America simply cannot supply in adequate volume. Nickel, gold, natural graphite, specialized magnets for EV batteries, LED components, and key industrial chemicals are on the exemption list. But here's the caveat. Only aligned partners willing to strike reciprocal deals, like Japan and the EU, will benefit, leaving rivals such as China sidelined. For automakers, this pivot isn't symbolic. It's survival. And that survival leads us directly to a bigger truth. America's dependency on raw materials runs deeper than most realize. Import dependency, America's raw material dilemma. At the heart of this policy, U-turn lies an undeniable truth. America's industrial engine runs not on oil, but on imported raw materials. From the minerals powering EV batteries to the lightweight alloys shaping modern vehicles, the United States has leaned heavily on foreign supply lines for decades. Graphite is the perfect example. It's the backbone of every EV battery, yet in 2024, the U.S. consumed about 52,000 tons while producing none domestically. Every ounce had to come from abroad. And even when the raw material was mined in friendly nations like Canada or Mexico, it still funneled through China, which controls over 90% of global processing capacity, before reaching American factories. Nickel follows the same pattern. A single Michigan mine produced just 8,000 tons in 2024, a fraction of what car makers need. Imports from Indonesia, Canada, Norway, and Australia filled the gap, though much still required overseas refining. Even gold and aluminum fall short, forcing reliance on Brazilian bauxite and Canadian smelters. Until America rebuilds mining and refining capacity, this dependency will remain an industrial pressure point. And with these bottlenecks piling up, it's no surprise the auto industry itself is buckling under the strain. Before we delve deeper, we'd appreciate it if you could subscribe to Highway Herald. Your support fuels our passion to create more content like this. Automakers under pressure, tariffs heavy toll. No industry has felt the sting of tariff turbulence more than the auto sector. From Detroit's Big Three to Japanese and European brands producing cars on American soil, the financial math has been punishing. Earlier this year, tariffs on imported vehicles and parts jumped to 25%, while levies on steel and aluminum, the backbone of every vehicle, climbed as high as 50%. For automakers, these aren't just policy figures, they're bottom-line killers. Analysts project that in 2025 alone, tariffs will drain roughly $108 billion from U.S. car makers. Each domestically built car now carries about $5,000 in extra costs, while imported models shoulder an even heavier burden of around $8,500 per unit. Initially, companies tried to cushion the blow. Ford, GM, Toyota, and others cut margins, adjusted trims, and slipped costs into destination fees. But with interest rates already squeezing consumers, sticker prices are poised to climb. Executives remain divided. Some cautiously back Trump's exemptions, while others warn constant policy whiplash makes long-term planning impossible. Tariffs designed to shield automakers now threaten their survival, a paradox that makes this reversal less of a choice and more of an inevitability. And that survival instinct is why trade partners worldwide are scrambling to secure deals with Washington. trade deals, reciprocal leverage, and shifting alliances. Trump's latest executive order makes it clear. Tariff exemptions aren't gifts, they're bargaining chips. Washington is rewarding aligned partners willing to make concessions, sparking a global scramble as nations rush to secure favorable deals before their auto sectors are priced out of the U.S. market. The European Union struck first, clinching a framework deal in August 2025 that dropped auto tariffs to around 15%. Japan followed quickly, vital for its massive car exports, while South Korea secured relief by pledging new investment in U.S. manufacturing. These moves reveal that America's trade policy has shifted from blanket punishment to selective leverage. Others remain unsettled. India, penalized with a 50% tariff over Russian oil, may see reductions to 10 to 15%. Taiwan, facing a 20% tariff, has reported progress but awaits resolution. For automakers, this constant flux is corrosive. Long-term supply chains require predictability, yet shifting tariffs leave the industry navigating unstable ground, a lifeline for some, quicksand for others. And as this uncertainty plays out on the global stage, it's consumers who will feel the sharpest pinch. Showroom shock, consumer prices, and the road ahead. When trade policy swings wildly, the ripple effects land hardest on automakers and consumers. Tariffs on raw materials and parts don't vanish. They drive up production costs and eventually sticker prices. For now, many car makers have absorbed the blows by cutting margins and disguising hikes, but pressure is mounting. Buyers, already strained by high interest rates, now face the prospect of even steeper prices, particularly for imports, luxury models, and EVs reliant on foreign components. That could mean fewer options, longer wait lists, or walking away from the showroom. Automakers are responding with long-term strategies, investing in U.S. plants, exploring recycling, and diversifying suppliers. Yet unwinding decades of global supply chains is a slow, difficult process. Meanwhile, a new wrinkle has emerged: politics at the dealership. A German sedan, Japanese hybrid, or American truck with foreign parts may all carry different costs depending on Washington's latest deal. With more Section 232 investigations looming, the road ahead promises higher uncertainty, tighter choices, and bigger bills. Which brings us to the big picture: what this reversal truly means for the future of cars, prices, and global trade. Verdict: imports, incentives, and the price of performance. This tariff U-turn doesn't erase the shocks of the past year, it reframes them. Washington has effectively admitted what insiders have always known. Modern car making depends on global arteries of metals, minerals, chemicals, and chips. Exemptions may bring relief, but until handshake deals solidify into stable rules, automakers will remain short of breath. Expect a split-screen effect in showrooms. Vehicles tied to privileged supply chains will stabilize faster, while those relying on penalized imports face volatile prices and shrinking availability. Consumers should watch 3 gauges: where parts are processed, which reciprocal deals hold, and how quickly domestic refining and recycling can scale. The lesson is clear. Tariffs are no longer blunt walls, but adjustable valves. The winners will be brands that master both engineering torque and trade torque. Now over to you. Were these tariff reversals inevitable? How will they reshape car choices? Would you pay more knowing global politics sets the price? Please leave a comment below to start a conversation. If you found this video insightful, be sure to subscribe to Highway Herald for the latest vehicle updates and in-depth analyses. Your support helps us bring you the best in automotive content. Thanks for watching and see you next time. You can now check out any of the videos on the screen. There's more exciting and informative content waiting for you.